congratulations.
Sir, congratulations.
Thank you.
Give us some information about the success, sir.
See, this today's event was only placing the AdityaL1 in the precise halo orbit. So it was moving towards a halo orbit, but we had to do a little bit of corrections to put it at the right place. So something like a 31 meter per second velocity has to be given cumulatively to the satellite to keep it at the right orientation. So basically, it's a halo orbit. It's an orbit which moves around L1 point with a size of 6 lakh kilometer in one direction, 2 plus lakh in another dimension, 1 lakh in 1 lakh kilometer in another dimension. So it formed like an egg. So in this new orbit, it has to be placed. It has to be very precisely put. If we don't do the correction today, it will escape from this point. Okay, we will not allow it to escape if it cannot happen. There are some contingencies, but I am only telling mathematically it can escape. So that has been very precisely done. Ultimately, what we achieved today is exact placement based on our measurement and very correct prediction of the velocity requirement. The computer decided to cut off at the accelerometer based cutoff has happened. So right now it is in our calculation it is in the right place. But we are going to monitor for next few hours to see whether it is at the right place. Then if it is slightly drifted, we may have to do a little bit of correction, and we don't expect that to happen.
How important role this can play, sir, because as far as understanding the sun is concerned...
See, the scientific aspect of this particular mission has already been well described because it is going to look at the solar coronal mass ejection, CME, basically using a primary instrument called the VELC, which is developed by Indian Institute of Astrophysics. And this will look at the corona part of the sun, almost 3 times its diameter, distance away. And corroborating that, there will be other measurements, which is again by a payload called SUIT, which is going to look at the entire disk of the sun in ultraviolet in various frequency bands, which is already images we have already put out in the website. We also have particle measurements in what is coming out of the sun by the payload called the PAPA. Then we also have X-ray measurements, which is in low energy and high energy X-rays measurement. We also have magnetometer, which looks at the space magnetic field, which is coming because of these ejections. So it is solar wind is essentially the particle emission which is happening. So we look at all of this in a very correlated manner, which is very unique part of this mission.
This is not only a national mission, but also the international community.
See, everybody is looking at it, yeah, because understanding sun is not important for India alone. It's centered for the entire global. Right. So this is what precisely after Chandrayaan-3 landing also our Honorable Prime Minister told. Chandrayaan-3 is for the whole of the world, not for India alone. Yeah. So the solar mission AdityaL1 is also for the whole of this world, for all of us to understand and make use of this scientific importance. Right. So here the impact is on the space weather. You know, space weather is more controlled by such activities, especially the behavior of the sun, which affects our magnetic external fields, and then its impact more on northern latitude and southern latitude, which is more dominant in northern latitudes, and of course southern not much in the equatorial region. So it is more dominant for areas other than India, precisely, to be technically correct. So that way a lot of people are interested to understand this effect. So we look forward to a lot of scientific outcome come in the coming days. At least 5 years of life is guaranteed with the fuel left out in the satellite also. Okay. Yes.
So Prime Minister has once again applauded ISRO, and you have given him a gift in this year.
Yeah.
What next?
See, I think his vision has already been outlined very well. I think all of you are aware of it. After the Chandrayaan mission, he was so upbeat about the accomplishment of space agency in India, making all of us proud, making the soft landing on the moon. He said that the impact is so profound in the country as well as within the minds of the young people. So it is the right opportunity that he has outlined a total vision for us in the next 25 years in the Amrit Kal, which is very, very, very ambitious, that we must conduct more and more exploratory missions while we do all the applications and other societally relevant things, like going to moon on a regular manner. Landing on the moon by 2040 is the target given to us with the human being, and bring them back safely, of course. Then build space stations in a systematic manner. From 2028, the first unit should go up. And 2035, we must have an operational space station where people can go and stay and work. This is second goal. So Chandrayaan mission should continue if it has to happen like that. So we are working on various missions to moon, how to bring samples or how to do robotic exploration, how to go around the moon and come back with people. You know, all of this we'll have to plan in a sequential manner. We also have to do scientific missions to Venus, maybe to Mars again, maybe to land on Mars. So all of this we have to do. So it looks like our hand
But
full.
SpaceX also your.
No, SpaceX is a different thing. It's a commercial activity. It's not an activity which I mentioned here. NSIL is a commercial arm. They have a satellite to be launched. So they looked at what is the best commercial way to possible to launch. Huh? Yeah. You are talking about SpaceX or SpaceX? SpaceX. I told the same thing only. So they have entered into a contract for launching the GSAT-20 now, which is heavier satellite. We cannot launch. So that is a different activity.
So Gaganyaan will be the most crucial thing.
No, as I already told last Exposat launch also, I was telling that Gaganyaan in year 2024 is a Gaganyaan preparatory year and 25 is a Gaganyaan launch year.
Okay.
So let the preparatory year be filled with a lot of activity for Gaganyaan. We have to launch at least 2 unmanned missions. We have to do 2 test flight missions. We have to do pad abort test, helicopter dot test. Lot of developments have to happen, including environmental control life support system qualifications. So that means your hands are full at various centers. Shankaran is preparing at URSC the very critical part of the first unit of the service module, and more numbers have to come. And Narayan and team is working on ECLSS and various propulsion capability for service module, crew module. Lot of tests done in the last years. I think probably you would have already read in our website. And very happy to say that most of the tests are getting completed. Yesterday also there was a test in LPSC on the cryogenic engine to demonstrate its high reliability for Gaganyaan very successfully. Many things we are not announcing. Hundreds of tests are happening. Huh?
So much ahead of time.
Yeah.
How was the mood today, when this was happening? Was it similar
it
to
is celebration time for us. It is celebration time for us. But when you celebrate, we have equally a moment of work also. Anxious moments. That is out of our textbook now.
सर हिंदी में साल में सर एक सप्ताह में दूसरी बार एक शानदार फीट को आपने अंजाम दिया है सर इसरो की तरफ से। आज का माहौल क्या था जब ये एक कॉम्प्लेक्स मिशन को आपने अचीव कर?
ये तो एक बहुत बढ़िया कॉम्प्लेक्स मिशन था। इसमें यही बात है कि हमको एक वेरी प्रिसाइसली करना है। हमको जो वेलोसिटी देना है, स्पीड देना है, तो कम ही है, कुछ 31 मीटर्स पर सेकेंड है। तो इतना सा छोटा सा वेलोसिटी है। इफ इट्स नॉट करेक्ट, वह ये एल-1 से कहीं दूर जाएंगे, सूर्य से भी दूर जाएंगे। ऐसा नहीं होने देंगे, फिर भी हमें बोलता है कि ऐसे जाएंगे। सो इसके करेक्शन, इसका मेजरमेंट इतना अच्छी तरह होना चाहिए। हमारे ग्राउंड स्टेशन से हमको यही अच्छी तरह मेजर कर सका। और अब इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स है ऑन बोर्ड में, गायरोस है, एक्सेलरोमीटर्स है, सभी अच्छी तरह काम किए। और एल्गोरिदम भी अच्छा है, मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन है, कॉम्प्लेक्स मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन है, एक ऐसे कैलकुलेट करूँ, यही भी अच्छी तरह इस समय हमको कर सका। सो इसलिए हमारा रिजल्ट अच्छा होना ही चाहिए।
तो भारत के लिए नहीं बल्कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कम्युनिटी के लिए भी बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है, क्या कहना चाहिए?
अंतर्राष्ट्रीय साइंटिफिक कम्युनिटी से हमें डिस्कशन हो रही है, चर्चा हो रही है। ये डाटा उनको भी के पास भी जाएंगे। हमारे 2 ISDC है और साइंटिफिक डाटा सेंटर है, वहाँ से ये डाटा उनको भी मिलेंगे।
सर ये एल-1 पॉइंट जो है बहुत अनस्टेबल पॉइंट है, ऐसा कहते हैं सर, इसको
Yes.
यहाँ पर मेंटेन करने के लिए
ये अनस्टेबल पॉइंट नहीं है, स्टेबल पॉइंट भी है, बट तो इसमें पर्टर्बेशन होते रहते हैं। तो इसलिए हमने कुछ प्रोपेलेंट जो कंजम्पशन होगा, हमारा भी एस्टिमेट है 1 साल में 6 किलो प्रोपेलेंट का कंजम्पशन होना चाहिए। सो हमारे उपग्रह में अभी 100 किलोग्राम प्रोपेलेंट है, तो इसलिए इसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 5 साल से अधिक लाइफ होना ही चाहिए।
सर और आगे जो है आप किस तरह से रहेगा, खासतौर पर स्टडी की बात करें, जो क्रोमोस्फीयर, फोटोस्फीयर, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, कोरोना वगैरह, उन सबको कैसे स्टडी किया जाएगा, इसके बाद का जो है क्या जर्नी रहेगा सर?
सो इसमें यही है कि हमारे जो कोरोनल मास इजेक्शन होते हैं सन से, इसके में कोई आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स है। ये आफ्टर इफेक्ट से पार्टिकल्स आते हैं, उसमें मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में चेंज जो होते हैं, एक्सरे भी कम आउटपुट होते हैं। ये सभी को हमको मेजर करके एक सिस्टमैटिक इम्पैक्ट को हम मेजर करेंगे। से फॉर एग्जांपल मैग्नेटिक, सपोज हमको ये सिर्फ मैग्नेटिक मेजरमेंट से कि हम कोरिलेट करेंगे CMC से आता है या नहीं। सो ऐसे 7 इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स है। ऐसे एक उपग्रह कहीं भी नहीं मिला, हमें भी कंस्ट्रक्ट किया है, कहीं भी नहीं लॉन्च किया है। यही है उसका बहुत बढ़िया उपलब्धि है।
हमारे
इस तरह से अलग होगा सर बाकी जो एस्टैब्लिश्ड ऑब्जर्वेटरीज हैं।
एक
सेम क्वेश्चन है
सर किस तरह से अलग हमारा मिशन है सर?
हमारा जो एडवांटेज है,
कई मिशन होते ही रहते हैं। सोहो है, ये कई साल के पहले अमेरिका से हुआ था वहाँ, उसके बाद ये होते रहते हैं। सो इसे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है, हमको ये मेजरमेंट के बारे में हम भी जानकारी है।
हमारे इंस्ट्रूमेंट मोर अपडेटेड हैं सर?
ये मुझसे ऐसे नहीं कर सकते हैं, अपडेट के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। हमारा इंस्ट्रूमेंट तो बहुत अच्छा है, इसको मेजरमेंट को हमने जो टारगेट किया है उसे अचीव करेंगे।
सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन, प्रधानमंत्री हमेशा इसरो के साथ रहे, मोटिवेट करते रहे, ये मिशन के बाद प्रधानमंत्री
आपने वो लिखा हुआ उनका ट्वीट, उसके ट्वीट में हमको कंग्रेचुलेट किया है, हमको यही आदेश दिया है कि हम जो आउटलाइन है, तो विजन तो आउटलाइन है उसके कर लीजिए, पूरा सपोर्ट देने के हम हमारे साथ ही रहते हैं। आज तो उनको होना ही चाहिए था, पर फिर उनके बहुत बढ़िया काम और भी है, इसी नहीं है, स्पेस का भी नहीं, सो इसलिए हमने जो आशीर्वाद दो दिया है हमको, बहुत खुश हुआ इसी के। हमने
चांद हो गया, सूर्य हो गया, अब अगला क्या सर?
और कई ग्रह ना हमको वीनस है, मार्स है, जुपिटर है, नेपट्यून है, प्लूटो है। प्लूटो अभी भी है या नहीं?